today we're going to do a mix of mat and reformer work. So this is specifically to build up your core strength, go through the fundamentals of Pilates, and for you to enjoy a nice stretch and release. So starting off by lying onto your back, your feet are hip width apart, arms along by your side. We're just going to take a deep breath here. So we're inhaling through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. We've got 2 more deep breaths here. Inhaling and then exhaling. We've got our last one here. Inhaling through the nose, keeping that nice neutral spine. And then exhaling through the mouth. From here, we're going to come into our bent knee opening. So keeping that neutral spine, you can place your hands onto your hips to make sure that your pelvis isn't moving. And you're going to inhale, open out your leg to the right. Start to roll along the outside of the foot. Then exhale, draw back through center. You can pull up using your pelvic floor. Inhaling, we're opening up through the left. And then exhaling, scooping back through center. So the aim is to keep the pelvis nice and steady as you open out on that leg. Exhale, draw back through center. And then inhaling, opening out through the left leg. And then drawing back through center. Good, we've got 1 more on either side here. Inhaling, opening out. And then exhaling, using those deep core muscles to draw the leg back in. We've got our last one here. Inhaling, opening out. And then exhaling, drawing back together. Good. From here, we're placing our hands down by our sides. We're coming into our dead bugs. You're inhaling here. And as you exhale, you're going to start to float your right leg up into tabletop. So again, we're keeping that neutral spine and we're not letting ourselves rock from side to side. So we're just floating the legs up and then lowering them down. The legs are just coming as far into tabletop and then lowering down. Exhaling, floating that left leg up. The only thing that's moving is the leg. The upper body's nice and steady and we're nice and connected with our sacrum. Good. We've got 6 more like this. Lowering it down. Our last 5. We've got 4 to go. Exhale, floating up that left leg. Our last 3. Exhaling. Good. 2 more here. Nice work. And we've got our last one here, floating that right leg up. We're going to hold it up here. And we're going to just reach the right leg long and then draw back through center. Again, reaching that right leg long and draw back through center. Pulling in using the lower abdominals. Again, we're nice and heavy throughout our lower belly and our sacrum. Just reach that right leg, extending it long and drawing in together. We've just got 2 more like this. Reaching the toes towards the opposite wall. And we've got our last one here. Exhaling, drawing back into tabletop. Lower that right leg down. Let's zip that left leg up to tabletop. Let's reach it out long, extending it and elongating that leg. We've got 4 more here. Deepening through the lower abdominals as you draw that leg back in. We've got our last 2 here. Inhaling, reaching. Exhale, draw back in. Our last one here. Exhale, draw back in. Keep that left leg into tabletop. Float your right leg up. We're coming into our toe taps here. We inhale, arcing our right leg away. Exhale, draw back through center. Inhale, our left leg is tapping down. Draw back through center. So we want a nice light toe tap with the feet as you touch down. If it's too much to arc the leg all the way down to the mat, just come down halfway or as far as you can without letting your pelvis tilt. We've just got 6 more like this. Exhale, drawing up. We've got our last 5. 4 to go, using your breath. Our last 3. Good. 2 more here. Nice work. And our last one. Last little bit of lower abdominal work. We're toe tapping down both legs and then exhaling, drawing back up. Only toe tap down as far as you can without losing that control. So it might only be halfway. You can inhale here Exhale, draw back up. Just feel that lower abdominal connection. We've got 4 more like this. Inhaling and then exhaling. Our last 3, our shoulders are connected to the mat. 2 more here. Inhale. And we've got our last one here. Exhaling, scooping up, lowering the right foot down, followed by the left leg. And we've still got our feet hip width apart, a little bit closer towards our bottom. So we're coming into our bridging here. Inhale, expanding that rib cage. And then exhaling, we're going to start to imprint that spine into the mat, pressing evenly through both heels, lifting up the hips. Good. From here, you're going to draw your belly button down. And then allow your tailbone to release at the end. And then again, exhaling, tilting that tailbone back, pressing evenly through both feet, lifting up the hips. A slight squeeze into the bottom as you lift up. And now let's roll down, imprint that spine, and release the tailbone at the end. We've just got 4 more like this. And as you lift up through the hips, keep the knees tracking in line with your toes and feel the hip flexors opening up. Draw your belly button to your spine, roll yourself down. Good, we've got 3 more like this. Really articulate this movement. Nice work, roll yourself down, enjoying this release on the spine. Our last 2 here. Exhaling, pressing evenly through both feet. Nice work, rolling yourself down, controlling this movement. And we've got our last one, and on this one we're holding our hips up high. From here, can you come down halfway, keeping the hips nice and even? Then exhale, squeeze up. Inhaling, coming down halfway. Exhaling, squeezing through the glutes. Just 4 more like this. We've got our last 3. 2 more here. Starting to feel it through the glutes a little bit more. Our last one. Keep the hips up high. We're just opening out those legs. Then exhale, draw back through center. So we want to press evenly through both feet here and keep the hips nice and level so we're not sinking down. We're just controlling the movement. And then exhale, drawing up. It's similar to our bent knee openings that we did as our first exercise here. Inhale to open up. Exhale, drawing together, starting to feel those glutes kicking in. We've just got 3 more here. Our last 2. And last one here, drawing those legs together. Draw your belly button to spine, roll yourself down. Release the tailbone at the end. Just draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little rock from side to side. Just feels nice to roll out on the lower back. Good. From here, float the legs back into tabletop. You're going to keep the knees together. Bring your hands out a little wider, and we're going to come into our side to side. So you're going to inhale, start to drop the knees over to your right side. Your left hip is peeling off the mat. Keep your left shoulder blade down though. From here, you're going to exhale, draw back through center, engage the obliques, and then inhale, start to drop the knees over to the left-hand side, peeling the right hip off, but keeping that right shoulder connected to the mat. Draw back through center. So really working on the obliques here. Inhaling. And then exhale, drawing back through center here. Nice work. Those legs are in tabletop, the knees are connected. And try and keep the knees as even as possible. Inhaling. Opening up. Exhale. Draw back through center. Nice work. Using your breath here. Inhaling. Exhale, draw back through center. We've got 2 more like this. Exhale, drawing back, good. And we've got our last one here, shoulders are down. Exhale, draw back through center. If you would like to add on more of a challenge, you can drop your knees over to the right hand side. Once you're here, you're extending the legs long. Draw them back through center as they're extended. Bend through the knees and then draw the knees over to the left hand side and repeat. Reach the legs long, exhale, draw back through center, bring the legs back into tabletop here. So this way you're adding on a little bit of weight, it's more leverage, and it makes your waist work that little bit harder. If it's too much adding in that leg extension, just continue with the side to sides. We've just got one more on each side here. Inhaling, reach the legs long. Exhale, draw back through center, bend through the knees. Inhale, over to the left, reach the legs long, draw back through center, bend the knees, and then lower them all the way down to the floor. Nice work. From here, we're coming onto our sides. So we're working the glutes here, coming into our clams. So I want you to keep your hips nice and stacked, and your left hand is in front, so it's in front of your chest, and your right hand is supporting your head. From here, we're floating the feet off. So with your knees, just draw them out at a slight diagonal from the hips. The feet are floating off, and all we're doing is exhaling, opening that top leg, and then inhale to draw back together. So we're coming into our clams here. So this is really good at strengthening that glute med. Exhale, opening up, holding in the lower abdominals, so just a light draw in. Inhale to lower down, exhaling, opening up. We've just got 5 more like this. Using your breath. Our last 4, working deeper into that glute. 3 more here. We've got 2, exhale, opening up. And our last one here, nice work. From here, we're coming into our knee to knees and toe to toe. So that's exactly what we're doing. We're drawing our knee to our knee, and then we're opening up that leg, drawing our toe to toe. Inhaling, draw the knee to knee. Exhale, opening up. Feel as though your femurs are wrapping around in that hip socket. Inhale, knee to knee. Exhale, opening up. Feeling this in the lower abdominals, controlling this movement here. We've got 5 more like this. Exhale, opening up. We've got our last 4. Starting to feel that glute work for 3. 2 more here. And our last one. Exhaling, opening up that knee. Now draw that knee together. Lower the bottom foot to the ground. And with that top leg, you're going to draw it in closer to your chest. Then exhale, reach it long. Inhale to draw it back in. Exhale, reaching that leg long. So as you reach and extend that leg long, just draw it about 10 centimeters behind your hip. So it's a marginal movement. It's only small, but you're really going to feel that extra length. Inhale to bend. Exhale, extending it long. Hips are nice and stacked, and they're steady. They're not wobbling back and forth. We've got 5 more extensions here. Our last 4. Exhale, reaching long. Nice work. We've got 3. 2 more here. Good. And we've got our last one here. Reaching that leg long, tiny little circles in one direction for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 to go. 5, 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Reverse those circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 to go. 3, 2. Last one here. Lower that leg down. You can tap out that glute. You would have felt it working by the end. All right, from here, we're in our position to go into our book opening. So this is a really nice thoracic stretch. So we're lying our top arm down and our left arm, sorry, our bottom arm's down. It's supporting our head. And our top hand is reaching out long. From here, our hips are stacked. We want to keep the hips stacked. We're inhaling to prepare. And as you exhale, I want you to reach those fingertips a little bit further forward, then up towards the ceiling, keeping those hips where they are. We're just opening our back, so that left shoulder onto the mat behind us. Draw back through center. You're going to feel a stretch and release through the thoracic. You may even feel your back crack. It's okay if your shoulder doesn't get down onto the mat. Just enjoy that stretch and release, keeping that arm active. Last one here, reaching that left arm forward, placing the left shoulder onto the mat while keeping those hips tracking forward. Feeling that pec release and stretch, draw back through center. On this next one, you're going to reach that left arm up and circle it around your head. This one's more of a pec stretch. Get that left shoulder blade down, draw it down by your hips, and then again, reaching that left arm up and over, getting that release through the shoulder, through the chest, through the back. We've got our last one here, keeping those hips stacked, those knees together. It's like you've got Velcro between them. reaching around and getting that release. Nice work. From here, we're going to lie onto our belly. You're going to press your pubic bone into the mat. Your legs are out long. We've got energy through the legs. And with our forehead, we're leaning it onto the mat. So our nose is touching, our forehead's touching, and just let your shoulders relax. From here, I want you to roll the shoulders back to the humeral head. You're going to lift off the hands with the palms of the hands facing up towards the ceiling. And imagine you've got a marble at the end of your nose. You're going to start to roll that marble forward. So we're lifting ourselves up. Look towards the edge of your mat, and with your fingertips, you're reaching back towards your toes. We're just holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then lowering yourself down. The last thing to touch is the forehead, followed by the shoulders and the palms of the hands. And again, rolling those shoulders back, engaging the scapulas, reaching up those fingertips, roll that marble forward, draw your gaze to the edge of the mat, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering yourself down. So really start to feel those shoulders engage. We're getting those lower traps working. We're opening up through the chest. And again, rolling those shoulders back. Hands are reaching off. Lifting yourself up. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering yourself down. And we've got one more like this. Really press the pubic bone in. And again, rolling those shoulders back. Lifting up the hands. Roll that marble forward. Reaching back towards the toes, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering yourself down. Nice work. From here, draw your hands on either side of your shoulders, just a little bit further above, and we're coming into our prone press up. So again, taking that marble analogy, we're rolling our marble forward with our nose, and we're just letting that head lift off. Pressing just slightly through both hands, draw yourself up, gazes towards the edge of the mat again, and then from here you're lowering yourself down. So this one's just a little movement, but it's to get the upper thoracic working here. And then again, exhale, rolling that marble forward, lifting off the head, pressing a slight press evenly through both hands, shoulders are down, gazes towards the edge of the mat, and then lowering yourself down. The last thing to touch is the nose. We've got one more like this. Roll that marble forward. Pressing evenly through both hands. Drawing yourself up. And then lowering yourself down. On this next one, if you feel like you have it in your body, we're coming into a full swan. So the same thing applies. Roll that marble forward. Lift off the head. Press evenly through both hands now. And continue that extension. You're extending the arms, lifting off the hips, gazes forward. You're going to bend through the elbows, draw the hips back to the mat, and then rolling yourself down one rib at a time. The last thing to touch is the nose. We've got 2 more like this. Roll that marble forward. Start to press through both hands, extending those arms long, lifting off the hips. Bending through the elbows, lowering yourself down. The last thing to touch is the nose. It's important to keep your shoulders down on this one. We've got our last one here. Shoulders are down, chest is wide. Holding steady through the lower abdominals. We're not letting ourselves hang. Bend through the elbows, lowering yourself down. The last thing to touch is the nose. Nice work. Pressing up from here. We're coming over to the other side because we've got our clam work, followed by our quadruped. All right, lying yourself down on the left side now. Knees are together, our right hand's in front, our left hand supporting us. Feet are lifting off. We're coming into our clams. Hips are nice and stacked here. Inhale to lower, exhale. Open up through that top leg. Really engage that glute here. Using your breath. Exhale, opening up. Inhale to lower, holding steady through the lower belly. Engaging that glute medius. Inhaling and then exhaling here. We've got 5 more clams. We've got our last 4. Exhale, opening up here. 3 to go. 2 more. Exhale, opening up. And our last one here. Good. On this next one, we're coming into that knee to knee and toe position. So lifting off that foot, we're drawing our knee to our knee, opening up the knee now, toe to toe. Inhaling here, exhale, opening up. Continue working through that glute med here. Inhaling and exhaling, using your breath. Inhale and exhale. We've got 5 more like this. Starting to engage that glute for 4. 3 more here, shoulders are down. Our last 2, lower belly's in. And 1 more here, exhale. Good, lower that knee down. We're dropping our leg to the floor, the bottom leg. And we're inhale, drawing that right knee in closer. Exhale, reaching it long. Inhale, drawing it in closer. Exhale, reaching it long. So with our toe, it's in line with our hip. So we don't want to go too high, but we want to send it about 10 centimeters further than our hip here. Inhaling to bend, exhaling, reaching it long. We don't have much pressure in that top hand. We should be able to lift it off without wobbling. We've got 4 more leg extensions here before we come into our circles. Our last 3, 2 more here. And our last one here, reaching that leg long, tiny little circles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 to go, 3, 2, 1, reverse those circles for 10, 9, 8, keep that leg reaching long. We've got 5 more here, 4 to go, 3, 2, last one, draw that leg in. Lower yourself down so that left arm's coming onto the mat. Reach your right hand forward. Inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, you're opening up that top arm and drawing that right shoulder blade onto the mat. Keep the hips tracking forward. Then draw back through center. And then again, reaching that top arm up. Holding nice and steady through the abdominals. Placing your right shoulder blade down, drawing back through center. We've got our last one here, really finding that stretch and length throughout the body and the arms, drawing back through center. When you're ready, you're reaching the arm up overhead, circling it down and around, drawing it close to your hips. And then again, we've got 2 more circles here, enjoying that stretch. And we've got our last one, keeping those hips stacked, the knees are together. Nice work. All right, from here, pressing away from the floor, we're coming into our quadruped position. So that means that our shoulders are in line with our wrists and our knees are in line with our hips. From here, we're going to start to float our left arm off and our right leg. So reaching it long, start to sweep it off, just in line with the hips and the torso, then lower yourself down. So the aim of this is balance, control, and coordination. So really feel as though your fingertips are being pulled in one direction and your toes are reaching in the other direction. Again, imagine you've got a cup of tea on your sacrum, so on the back of your pelvis, and we're not rocking from side to side because we don't want to spill that hot tea on our backs here. So sweeping that left arm, right leg off, lowering down, holding steady through the belly, right arm, left leg sweeping off, and then lowering down. On this next one, we're going to keep our left arm, right leg off. Can we start to move our limbs away from center and then draw back? We've got 4 more here. Keeping that cup of tea nice and steady. 2 more. Exhale, drawing back. And our last one here, lowering that down. Now let's sweep the right arm, left leg off. Again, holding steady through the belly, opening up. Draw back through center. We've got 4 more here. 3 to go. 2 more. And our last one here, lowering that right arm, left leg. Bring the feet together, separate the knees, coming into our child's pose. Reach the arms out long. Inhale here. And then exhale, release. And then again, inhaling here. Exhaling. Release, come back into that 4-point kneeling position. Walk your hands out a little bit longer, a little bit further away. And from here, keep the bottom up high. We're just sending ourselves back. So reach the arms forward. It's almost like we're trying to get our chest down to the mat here. And just take a couple of breaths. You can bring your forehead down to the mat. Inhaling here. Exhaling, sinking deeper. One more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Walk your hands to the left. And then draw your right arm on top and really get that nice stretch at the right side here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Good. Walk your hands to the right hand side. Place the left hand on top, leaning into that left side and that left waist. Using your breath here. Inhaling. And then exhale. One more breath. And exhaling. Bring that left arm on top, reach it out, and then draw yourself all the way back to seated. So that's the mat exercises done. Let's get ready for our reformer. Hi guys, welcome to the reformer part of the workout. So I've got 2 red springs and a blue on. My headrest is flat. And we're going to start by lying onto our back. Feet are hip width apart. We're in neutral spine. Connect the heels to the foot bar. Flex the feet back. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. You're going to press through the heels. Extend the legs out nice and long. And then inhale, slowly return that carriage in. Exhaling, you're pressing away, lengthening through the legs. We've still got the neutral spine. Inhale to draw back in. Let's do 8 more here. Just working through the legs here. We've got 7. Using your breath. Inhale to return. Our last 6. Slowly returning that carriage. 4 more here. Connecting with that foot bar. Energizing through the legs for 3. Inhaling to return. 2 more here. Nice work. And we've got our last one here. Extending out all the way. Bend through the knees. Come down halfway. We've got 10 little pulses. Just 2 inches up, 2 inches down. We've got 9. 8 to go. 7. 6. Starting to feel this through the quads for 5. 4 more here. 3 to go. 2. Last 1. Pressing out all the way. Bend through the knees. Draw the carriage in. We're going to come into our Pilates V. So toes are coming onto the foot bar. Heels are together with the knees. Just open them out about the width of the foot bar. Keep the heels lifted. You're exhaling, pressing away. Imagine you're squeezing the legs together. Inhale to return. Exhale. Drawing those knees and inner thighs in together. And controlling that return. Using your breath here. Can we do 6 more? Lengthening out through the legs. We've got our last 5. Inhale to return. 4 more here, keeping those heels lifted. 3 more. Exhale, pressing away. We've got our last 2, using your breath. Inhaling to return. We've got our last one here, coming down halfway, holding it here. 10 little pulses. We've got 9, keeping those heels lifted. 8, 7, 6 to go. 5, 4 more. 3, 2, and our last one here. Good. Bend through the knees, draw the carriage in. Can we place our heels out nice and wide? We've still got that width with our knees as wide as the foot bar. And we're exhaling, heels are on, pressing away. Inhaling to slowly return. This one you're going to feel through the inner thighs. We're connecting through the inner thighs with our heels. We've got that nice firm grip on the foot bar. Exhaling, extending long. Inhale, resisting. We've got 6 more like this. Inhale to bend. We've got our last 5. Using your breath. 4 to go. Inhale to draw back in. 3 more. We've got this. Our last 2. Exhale, pressing away. And 1 more here. Can you come down halfway? 10 little pulses. We've got 9, 8 to go, 7, 6, 5, 4 to go, 3, 2, and our last one here, extending the legs all the way, bending through the knees, draw the carriage in. Nice work. You're going to pull yourself up from here, and we're just taking off one red spring, so we've got one red and one blue left. Lie yourself down again, and from here, we're going to place our left heel onto the foot bar. Our right leg is coming into tabletop, so we're coming into our single leg work here. If you want more resistance, just take off the blue spring so you've got 2 reds. When you're ready, inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to press away, lengthening through that left leg. Inhale to slowly return. As you bend through the left knee, just make sure the knee is tracking in line with the second toe here. Exhale, extending it long. Inhale to bend. Exhaling. Inhale to bend. You're going to feel a little bit of a good glute connection as well as the quad. Inhaling here. Exhale, lengthening it away. On this next one, bend through the left knee. As you bend, you're going to reach the right leg over the foot bar, and then exhale, lengthen through the left leg, bend the right knee in. And then again, bending through the left knee, reach the right leg long. Exhale, alternate. So adding in a little bit of lower abdominals here, just some gentle work. Inhaling, and then exhaling. We've got 2 more like this. And we've got our last one here. Exhaling, good. Can you bend through that left knee again? Extend the right leg long. Keep the right leg long. Extend the left leg long as you draw the right leg up towards the ceiling. We're pointing through the toes. Exhaling, drawing up, connecting within the deep abdominal muscles here. Inhaling and exhaling. Can we do 2 more like this? Nice and easy. And we've got our last one here. Exhaling. Good. Bend through the left leg. Place your right heel into the foot bar now. Float the left leg through tabletop. Flex the right toe back. Exhale, pressing out long, lengthening through that right leg. Inhale to bend. Exhaling. Good. Holding steady through the belly here. Remembering that with our right knee, we want it tracking in line with our second toe. We're not gripping too much onto that carriage. We're just working through that right leg. Let's do 2 more like this before we add in that little extension. Good. And we've got our last one here. Exhale, lengthening out. Inhale to bend, reach the left leg long. Extend the right leg, draw the left leg back in. Inhaling and exhaling here. Using your breath. Just drawing that leg into tabletop. If it's too much to coordinate, just keep the left leg into tabletop and focus on the single leg extension. Let's do 2 more like this before we add in a little kick up towards the ceiling. And we've got our last one here. Good. Bend through that right knee, keep the left leg long. You're going to draw the left leg up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower down, holding nice and steady throughout the lower abdominals. We've just got 4 more like this. Keep the left leg long. 3 more. 2 to go. And we've got our last one here. Exhaling. Good. Bending through the left knee. Draw the carriage in. We're going to come into our feet and straps. So you're reaching behind with the straps. And you're going to place them over your feet. So extend the right leg long here. Left leg's coming into the strap. Press through that left leg. Now you can place the right fluffy over the right foot. From here, our legs should be out at 45 degrees. We're just coming into our lift and lowers. Make sure that we've got neutral spine. You're inhaling, sending the legs up towards the ceiling, and then you're exhaling, drawing them down. Inhaling, drawing them up. Exhaling, drawing them down. Holding nice and steady throughout the lower abdominals. And just draw the legs as far up to the ceiling as you can without imprinting the spine. And the same as when you send them away from you. You just want to send them as far as you can without tilting that pelvis towards the opposite wall. Inhaling here, just lifting and lowering. Exhale, drawing down. We've got 2 more like this. It's a nice stretch for the hamstrings, but it's also a nice control. And we've got our last one here. On this next one, we're coming into our circle. So draw the legs up towards the ceiling. You're going to open both legs at the same time. Circle them down and around. Connect the feet together. Draw up through center. And again, opening, drawing down and around. Draw up. Inhaling here. Exhaling. And controlling this movement. If you're really flexible, just make the movement a little bit smaller so you're controlling this. And you can feel more of your inner thighs doing the work. Good, let's do one more in this direction here. Opening up, circling down and around, and drawing back through center. Now let's reverse our circles now. Feet are coming down, opening up, draw through center, exhale, pressing away. Remembering we've got that neutral spine, so we're not imprinting the spine onto the carriage. We're holding nice and steady throughout our lower abdominals. And again, you can always make the movement smaller so you control it a little bit better. Let's do two more in this direction. And we've got our last one here. Good. Draw our legs together. We're coming down to 45 degrees. Heels are connected, toes are separated into that Pilates V position. We're coming into our frogs. Inhale to bend. Exhale, reach the legs out long. So really draw the inner thighs together here. Inhaling to bend. Exhale, we're reaching long. We've just got four more like this. We've got our last three. Two to go. We've got neutral spine, nice and heavy through the sacrum. And our last one here. Nice work. Bend through the knees. You're going to take one foot out, place it onto the foot bar, take the other foot out, and then place your straps onto the shoulder rest behind you. Come up from there, and we're changing over just to one red spring here. So take off that blue spring, and we've just got one red. We're going to come into a high kneeling position here. Coming into our upper body work. So the aim is to open up through the chest and make our back muscles, or strengthen through our back muscles as well. So if you would like more of a challenge for the core, walk your knees about a fist width distance away from the shoulder rest. If you would like less of a challenge, place them right up against, whichever feels best for you. Grab hold of those short loops, so shoulders are down, chest is wide, and we're drawing in just slightly through the lower abdominals. From here, we're going to exhale, reach our fingertips back or down towards the ground as we draw our hands behind us, and then inhale to return. Exhale, pulling back, engaging the backs of the arms and the scapula. We're holding nice and steady. It's a little movement here, and our gaze is forward. Exhaling, pulling evenly through both straps. Inhale to return. We've got 5 more like this. Our last 4. Exhaling. Inhale to release. 3 to go. Nice and steady through the belly, controlling this movement. Our last 2. Fingertips are still reaching down towards the ground. And we've got our last one here. Nice work. On this next one, we're coming into our breathing exercise. So I want you to inhale, draw the hands back. We're holding it here. Keep holding your breath. As you look to your right, draw back through center, left, back through center. Now you can exhale. So it's a breathing exercise. Inhale here. Exhale. So I'll talk you through it again. We're inhaling here, drawing the arms back, holding your breath, look towards your right, draw back in front of you, look over to your left, draw back in front of you, exhaling, release. And again, drawing those arms back, holding your breath, look to your right, back through center, left, back through center, and release. Nice work. We've got our last one here. Look towards your right, back through center, left, back through center, and release. Good work. From here, you're going to bend the knees slightly, stick your bottom out, and now you're in a position to draw your elbows in close by your waist here. Keep the wrist long. You're going to exhale, reach back with the hands, inhale to bend, keeping those elbows in nice and close by your rib cage. Exhaling, just working through the triceps. We've got 5 more like this. We've got our last 4, shoulders are back, chest is wide, gaze is down into the well for 3, 2 more here, belly buttons in, and we've got our last one here. Nice work. From here, place your left loop onto the shoulder rest. You're going to reach and grab hold of the plastic part on the right loop. Place your left hand behind your head. Shoulders are down, chest is wide. Both hips are tracking forward. I want you to exhale, draw your right elbow in close by your waist. As you do that, you're adding in a rotation, but keep the hips tracking forward. Exhaling, inhaling to reach back. Exhaling, elbows drawing back towards the foot bar, and you're adding in that rotation of the upper body. So feeling your obliques working here. Let's do 5 more. Exhaling, inhale to release. We've got our last 4. 3 to go here. 2 more. Nice work. We're almost there. And our last one here. Good work. Place that right loop onto the shoulder rest. Place your left hand up onto that plastic part. Right hand's behind your head. Shoulders are down. Exhaling, let's add in that rotation. Inhale to slowly release. Exhaling, adding in the rotation. Inhale to slowly release. Remembering that the hips are still tracking forward. They're not opening up with you. And your elbows drawing back towards that footrest. Exhaling and then inhaling. 5 more like this. Feeling that through the right obliques. Our last 4. Nice work. 3 to go. 2 more here. Nice. And our last one. Good. You're going to reach down, grab hold of that right fluffy again, or that right plastic loop. From here, can you change and swap over so that right loop is in your left hand now and the left loop is in your right hand. Still grabbing hold of the plastic parts. Both shoulders are down, chest is wide. Keep the hips tracking forward. We're coming into our double arm row. So strengthening through the back muscles here. Belly buttons in, holding nice and steady through the core. Gazes forward. Exhaling and inhaling. We've got 6 more here. Feel those elbows drawing back. We've got our last 5. Using your breath. 4 to go. 3 more here. Inhale to return. We've got our last 2. Nice work. And 1 more here. Nice work. Uncross those straps. Place them onto the shoulder rest. And we've still got that one red spring. So we're coming down into our mermaid position. We're coming into that nice Z-sit position. Our left leg's in front. Right shin is up against the shoulder rest. And our left hand is coming onto that foot bar. Shoulders are down. We're going to extend that left arm long. As we do that, we're reaching up and over with that right arm. Keep ourselves facing forwards. We're not adding in that rotation just yet. Just getting that nice stretch and release through the side waist. We've got our last one here. Draw back through center. On this next one, we're going to reach up and over. Rotate through the upper body. Widen that grip. And then you're going to send yourself away even further. And then drawing yourself up. Shoulders are down, chest is wide. And then again, sending yourself away. Feeling this nice stretch through the thoracic. Last one here. And then drawing up. Nice work. We're going to swap over to the other side now. So reaching around. We're coming into that Z-sit position. Your left shin is on that shoulder rest. Right leg's there. Our right hand is coming onto the foot bar. Drawing yourself up and over. Shoulders are down. And just getting that release through the back and the side waist. Exhaling. Inhale to draw back up. On this next one, add in that rotation. Your left hand's coming to the foot bar, widening that grip. Pressing yourself away further, then drawing yourself up. And then again, exhaling, lowering yourself down. Inhaling, coming back up. We've got 1 more like this. Inhale to draw back up. Nice work. From here, you can reach down. Just change over to one blue spring. Take off that red spring. And we're going to sit ourselves up against the shoulder rest here. We've got those fluffies, or in the short loops, in close proximity. And we're going to grab hold of each one here. So this is our last exercise. It's going to open up through the chest. From here, draw your elbows in nice and close by your waist. You're going to sit yourself up nice and tall. Legs are reaching out long. From here, palms are facing down. I want you to exhale, reach the arms out long as well. From here, inhale, open the arms up just to 45. You're going to drop them down by the carriage side. And after you've done that, you're going to draw them back up. Can you circle the arms around? As they come down, you're going to bend through the elbows. It's like you've got chicken wings and you've got your little chicks underneath. You're going to draw them in close by your rib cage. Then again, exhale, reaching the arms long. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale, tapping those hands down. Inhaling, circling those arms out and around, drawing those little chicks back in underneath your wings. We've got 2 more like this. Exhale, reaching long. Inhale, drawing up. Coming down now. Inhaling, circling those arms down and around. Circle. Grab those chicks in underneath your wings. Shoulders are down. And then again, exhaling, reaching long. Inhaling, exhaling, tapping down. Inhale, circling those arms around, bending through those arms. Nice work. From here, just place those fluffies back on. Draw yourself in. And you're all finished for your mat and reformer class today. Thanks so much for joining. See you next time.